Thank you so much, Joker. Hey, everybody, I'm Seirea, and it's an absolute joy and honor and delight to be here, to be a part of this, and to have a crew behind me who, even though they won't be able to probably get much of a word in edgewise, I still appreciate them being here because it looks like I have friends. I'll go ahead and let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Yelsraek.
I'm Mad Mega.
I'm chessjerk.
And I hope you like what you see, because for the next 6 hours or so, you're going to be seeing a lot of us in what we're calling roommate block, because we're basically going to be playing musical chairs and handing the controller off to each other as we all do our runs, because we were all fortunate enough to be accepted. And also we have a special star appearance from Super Lucky's Tale, but it all starts right here with Ruff City, a cute, short, straightforward indie beat-em-up title from 2023, and it stars a cute cartoon dog named Lucky who is fighting through the city against his old gang called the Hounds in order to face off against the Duke and reclaim something precious that was taken from him. And it's all going to get started in just a moment here. If we're all ready, let's do this.
Let's do it.
In 3, 2, 1. Tetris! I mean, go. So, we are starting off in a park here, and we have some fast 8-directional movement, and we're facing off against the first enemy in the game, these tan dogs, which are actually my least favorite enemies in the game, because they can just put up their fists and say, "You're hitting me? No, you're not." They can just block you, and they can super armor you, and it can be very annoying and costly. But we have a regular 3-punch combo, which ends in an uppercut, which can deal 2 hits, and it has a large hitbox, and it's more powerful than the other attacks, and it's just very nice, very good for crowd control, which is the name of this game, which is Ruff City, actually, but crowd control, tenets of just solid beat-em-up play, and are going to be very crucial here for speedrunning as well. Just staying ahead of all the spawns in this game, which are almost entirely all the same every time, and just trying to group the enemies together for simultaneous hits. But that guy over there decided to not do that. He decided to get stuck against the wall, which is going to be important later, but not right now. We want people to not get stuck whenever possible. But you saw I just used a super attack there, and that was the long version of the super attack, because you see on the top left corner of the screen, I have a super meter. And whenever that fills up, my super attack, when I press the super button, is going to be long, just like this. And it's a stronger attack than my regular attacks, but even stronger than my super attacks is the weapon attacks, which enemies can bring in weapons sometimes, and they break after incurring 8 strikes, unless you use a infinite weapon glitch, which does about what you would think it would do. But I'm playing a category which does not allow the use of the infinite weapon glitch, so we're playing this as God intended, and weapons will be breaking after 8 strikes. But we have 2 different versions of the super attack. When the meter is completely full, it's the long version of the super attack, like this, which again is more powerful. But even when the bar is not full, I can do, oh, never mind. I just got hit and knocked out of my animation, which means I have to wait for the cooldown. That's a fun little glitch, by the way. This is a beautiful game. All the glitchers, except for the infinite weapon glitch, are quite minor and not game-breaking at all. And now I'm going to use my long, never mind, that's my short super there. That's what the short super looks like. And now the meter is full, so the next time I use my super attack, it's going to be the long super. There we go. And now I'm getting our first boss here, Pugma, stuck against the wall. You saw that she was walking into the wall there, and that time she didn't. And whenever she doesn't get stuck, she just goes into her next attack immediately, just like that. But here she didn't get stuck. I'm hoping, okay, I'm getting some bad luck here with her not getting stuck against the wall, but hopefully she'll walk into it. Nope, I'm just getting some bad luck. She has 3 main attacks that she's alternating between. I'm going to get some health here just to be safe. But this is not a great fight because I'm not really able to show off what I'm trying to talk about with her walking into the wall and just sort of jittering and getting stuck and taking a long time between her attacks. But it was still an okay fight.
That was a heckin' doggo right there.
Yeah, she's incredible.
Big heckin' dog.
So many incredible creatures, la creatura, in this run, in this game. And you might be wondering why only the dogs are furries. The second boss has you covered, don't worry. But also the hamsters are kind of like that too. These giant hamsters, who I call the tank enemies, they're the first of 2 new enemies that appear in this second stage. And the tanks are some of the most crucial interactions in the entire game. Because they're slow, because they take so many hits to take out, and because they can only only be hit from behind. So you see, these are consistent spawns, as I mentioned before, so I'm going to be situating myself behind the tanks whenever possible, because if they get away and they go into their invincible attacks, which a lot of the enemies in this game have, then they're just going to be rolling around for a very long time and costing you tons of time. So throughout this stage and throughout the rest of the game, whenever tanks are present, I'm going to be prioritizing them above all else. And we're heading into the second part of this second stage. This is a subway level, and so we're going to be seeing some trains coming through, as well as kitty cats.
Aw.
Kitty cats in, like, sweaters, I think. It's hard to tell exactly what they're wearing, but again, only the dogs are furries so far, but don't worry, that's going to change. That was nice super armor. These enemies just, they really just make me have fits sometimes, tear my hair out. But it's okay. Things are going okay so far. That guy got stuck for a moment. No train hit me, which was very nice. But that wouldn't have hurt me too bad. Nobody in this game is getting hurt, I don't think. You hear those dog pain noises, and it can be a little bit tough. Like animal violence, but I'd like to think this is just playtime. Like, look at that guy having fun. Yeah. Look at that guy getting hit in the train in the back of the head and falling over and disappearing. He's fine. They're just having fun. I just did the wrong thing there. I just completely messed up. I was supposed to start off this sequence on the right side of the screen because the enemies that came in on the left would have walked in at the same time and been perfectly lined up for me to take them out with at the same time with my long super attack. But I just got a little bit crossed up, but it's okay. Even when things go wrong in this game, it's not going to be that big of a deal.
And it's super cute.
Yeah, it's incredibly, well. Yeah, I just find this game adorable. And we're coming up on the second boss, so I hope that my, when I've been, there he is.
There he is. This is the boss.
This is
yeah, the boss.
That makes up for all the other enemies. And also,
yeah.
This animation looks a little bit interesting because this boss, again, alternates between 3 main attacks, and I have to wait for most of them. That jump rope attack, I have to block, or else I'd be permanently stun-locked. But a very interesting thing happens when that happens. And this is an attack where he runs all the way off the screen, and so I just have to try and trade some hits here and there, but...
You're just showing your support.
Don't skip arm day, don't skip leg day, and don't skip arm leg day.
Can't get over the push-ups.
But yeah, I'm just trying to deal as many hits as possible in between and during attacks, and the rest of the fight just looks like this, and so this gives us an opportunity to read some donations whenever you have some.
Well, we've got plenty here. We've got $25 from the Cute Stream Collective. Good luck to Seirea song from Zizzy, the Woodlings, the Jades, Swords, Black Feathers, and Silver Star. Keep it rough, Cuneo style.
Thank you so much, my dear friends.
We've also got $30 from Bisuki, who says, "Hi, Seirea, it's Bisuki. Oh. Miss you, so proud of you. Seeing you doing what you love continues to bring me so much joy. You're an inspiration. Thanks, everyone, for staying up to watch. I'm chanting your name like a cheerleader right now."
Thank you, Bisuki. Oh my gosh, long time no see. Holy cow, I hope everybody's doing amazing. Thank you all for being up at 4:30 a.m. on the East Coast. And now we're heading into the third stage here. This has my favorite music in the game and possibly my favorite enemies in the game. These birds in spiked chokers. Not just because of the aesthetic, but just because I find them really fun to fight. That bird got stuck on the ceiling, which is fine. They're fun to use this flying kick against, which has a smaller hitbox compared to our other attacks. But also, our regular uppercut can knock them out of the sky as well. And so if we're facing other enemies, they can just get knocked out of the sky for us, which is very, very convenient. I accidentally got the infinite weapon glitch there, so I'm just gonna drop it and pretend that didn't happen.
No one saw anything.
We're just gonna pretend this run is not invalid now.
Delete the VOD, please. Delete the VOD. No.
I actually don't know how I got it. I don't know if I was actually hit by a pug's projectile at the same time that I dealt damage, which is usually how I activate the glitch. But it's okay. We just dropped it, and that deactivates the glitch even if we were to pick it back up. And now we're facing this they did really early attacks there. I just got slapped around, but that happens. This is a beat 'em up, and sometimes you get beat up in the beat 'em up, even when you're trying to beat 'em up the other beat 'em uppers. But now we're headed into, I did not get the lucky unluckies there. You saw that we had a new enemy type there, that was a doppelganger version of our player character, and they also have way more health than the other characters in this game, and they can attack very early and deal a ton of damage, but all three of them have the chance to spawn right in the same location there. That was a part of the game that I like to call the slot machine, because any enemy in the game can appear from either of those two spawning locations, and that includes that mini boss. All three of them could have spawned in the same place. They did not, but it's fine. We just took care of them anyway. I used my long super against the first one and my short super against the next ones. Everything worked out okay. Something funny didn't happen there, which is a shame, but it's all right. And now this cat, this is an unfortunate stage here because the edges of the screen do not stop the enemies. They can just walk out. They can just leave. They can just hit the bricks, and then you can't hit them anymore.
And they have swords. I'm so concerned.
Yeah, the sticks made sense.
Yeah, I don't want that bad anymore. Get out of here.
Yeah, no.
I want this katana, which again, I don't think anybody's actually getting hurt. I'm going to drop it for now. I'm going to take it into the boss fight later because that'll deal some more damage against the boss, which I think is more efficient. We'll see.
I get it. I think it's a katana.
Katana.
Oh my goodness. See, this is exactly why I have these people behind me. I knew that I wasn't going to regret having commentators. Thank you so much. Oh,
Run's not
beautiful.
over yet, buddy.
Use that cat.
Anyway, this boss is unique, even if we weren't doing something incredibly unintended here. This is so most of the bosses in this game, they have a regular first half of the boss fight, and then once they get to a certain low health level, then they turn agitated and they go faster and deal more damage. This boss is different, but we're not going to see why he's different, because it turns out if you get Pugma stuck, then she will take a little bit longer between her attacks. If you get this boss stuck against the top of the screen, he doesn't throw a single attack. I like to think of this as friendship winning. It turns out all this boss wanted was to dance. And it's a little bit of a one-sided dance, but he seems to be okay with it. And
Shades falling off.
I'll leave the floor open for another donation here, a long donation or two short donations.
Sure. We've got $10 from no name yet, but I'm working on it. Said first time donating, shout out to the night shift staff. And we also have $25 from a poor college student who said, super excited that AGDQ has started. GDQs are some of my favorite times of the year.
Indeed.
Thank you so much, everybody. Keep the donations coming. This has been an amazing event so far, and I hope everybody's enjoyed. And now for a gate, very important moment. I think that
Run's over.
I think that gate's a 50-50 chance to give you a green light and a nice noise, or a red light and an and so unfortunately the game does not approve of this run, and we must reset.
Yes.
So hopefully you're ready to be here for another 15 minutes, everybody. But Ruff City's super cute, right? So nobody minds. Anyway, that's all a joke. Everything's fine. And now I'm going to try and keep that pug alive if I can, because I want to be able to take a few more hits with it to charge up my super meter just enough to be able to use my long super against the two tanks that are about to come in. This is one of the most crucial spawns in the entire game. I just barely wasn't able to get the long super charged in time, but they also cooperated, and they just walked in the same direction and exposed their back to me at the perfect amount of back exposure for my purposes.
I will pay you in back exposure.
Yes. Thank you. That's all I wanted in this game. I am doing... Oh, are you going to get stuck on the plant? Whee! Whee!
That cat is having...
I can't tell you how many times I've had to stop a cat from eating a plant.
I know, right?
So it's a little too real for me.
it is.
It's such a catastrophe.
I still love you despite everything. This is exactly what I was hoping for. And now, just what else were you hoping for in a beat 'em up other than an elevator? We have to have one of these in a beat 'em up. And another crucial sequence of spawns and behaviors is coming up with more tanks. Wouldn't you know it? The tanks and any of the enemies in this area can just decide to never come in. Thankfully, that guy came in just enough that I could hit him. What about... Yes, thank you so much. They came in just enough for their hurt boxes to load in, and I could take them out early.
Hooray!
Hooray!
In the world record that I actually... Hooray! In the world record that I accidentally got right before coming to AGDQ, that second tank took 10 seconds to come in and be hittable, which is a little bit annoying because it just barely cost me a minute barrier. But I'm not going to complain too much. I still got world record by 21 seconds out of nowhere. This has been a pretty good run too, and we're headed into the final confrontation against the Duke, a tiny dog with its tongue hanging out.
Aww.
But oh look, it has the power of pride, which
Going
means it's
Super Saiyan.
absolutely unstoppable. We can't do anything while this attack is active. It's invincible, and it can just stun lock us forever. And so we're going to try and 3-cycle this thing at all costs. And I think I got enough hits in that should be totally fine. Just try and make sure we don't mess this up.
Nice phase one. Nice phase one.
Thank you very much. And coming up, of course, is phase 2, because you have to have a phase 2. And oh no, he's hot.
Oh,
no. So just like the third boss of the game, which we were able to do this for by cheesing it, that's a very loud attack, by the way. Sorry about that. We don't have to really wait for anything for this boss. The other bosses, we had to wait for their attacks, but this one we can just kind of attack at all times. This one I can dance around and throw some jabs. This next attack is very short, and now this one is undodgeable, unfortunately. Just kidding, did I get you? I think that is the only way to dodge that attack, especially once we get to the agitated phase right here. The only way to dodge this grab is to use the invincibility from your super attack.
Time is coming up, by the way.
Yeah, time is coming up very soon, in about 15 seconds or so. And it's undodgeable this time. Did I get you that time? It's a very precise timing with that short super. It just barely works out, and it's so satisfying. So very soon here. Oh no! I was just a little bit too late there. That's a shame. That's okay, we're doing just fine. And we're coming up in just a moment. There we go, time. Impossible to be defeated by some stray. So now that, and Lucky has retrieved the precious toy ball from the Duke. Yes. And it's a gorgeous sight. And now that there's a moment for you all to breathe, do you have any thoughts do you feel good about what we've done here?
Rough.
Rough? Feel rough?
Yeah, I feel
I
rough.
feel a bit off. What was I supposed to? No, never.
It is very, very early in the morning.
Is it?
I still can't get over the push-ups. I'm still back.
Yeah,
to push-ups.
the push-up, and yeah, the jump rope attack. With,
yeah.
Don't skip arm leg day, everybody.
No.
But that was Ruff. Yes, there you go. Absolutely gorgeous scenes. That was Ruff City. Just a cute, adorable, and straightforward, simple game. It doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, and I really don't think it has to. Mm-hmm. It's just a game that wants to be what it is, and so it is, and it kind of represents the simple joy of making games to me, and I think that's a nice energy to be able to spread around, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to do that, and just to be here on stage. I've always wanted to be an entertainer, and so this is an incredible opportunity for me, and it's just this organization and this event has been so important and inspirational to me for more than 10 years now, and cancer is something that has dismayed me more than just about anything in life for my entire life. It has taken several family members and friends, both people and pets, from me. And my grandmother on my father's side was diagnosed about 15 years ago. She was given a 10% chance to live. And just like in a beat 'em up, she kicked the stuffing out of it, and she's still going strong into her mid-90s. Thank you. And unfortunately, it doesn't end so well for so many of us, and we can't say the same thing. It's just such a harrowing and terrible and prevalent thing in the entire world. And that's why events like this are so special to me, because in a world that seems like it's becoming more divided every day, we're all coming together to fight against something that seems so terrifying and so impossible. And it brings me hope, not just against cancer, but in general in life. And to be a part of this is an absolute dream come true. And I can't thank everybody enough that is a part of this, the Games Committee for having me, everybody who's behind the scenes here, everybody in general, everybody who's watching, everybody who's donating, the people behind me who have my back here, everybody at home. Thank you to my parents, to the Cute Streamer Collective, the CSC, Liz, Matt, and Evie. So many of you, too many people to thank. Thank you all so much. And Yelsraek would like me to shout myself out and tell you where to find me and stuff. So
do a good job for me.
My name is Seirea, Seirea. Seirea Song is my usual tag for my platforms, on my Twitch and my YouTubes. I have a tennis channel and stuff too. And Apollo, Teddy, Will, your story will continue. I have been Seirea, and I will continue to be, despite everything. Thank you all so much for everything, and act with love and sincerity, everybody, as my lovers say. Dream on, folks. Peace.